Nigeria's electricity distribution companies, DISCOs, have been reacting to the federal government's move to revoke their licenses and bring on German energy company Siemens to address challenges in the power sector. Director, Eco Distribution Company George Etomi has kicked against the move, saying instead, DISCOs should be allowed to implement cost-reflective tariffs in order to improve electricity distribution in the country. There is more in this report. Adequate power generation has remained a big challenge for the Nigerian government, despite several measures aimed at reforming the power sector. In 2013, the then government of President Goodluck Jonathan privatized the power sector in a bid to ensure stable electricity. But 7 years down the line, not much has changed. Recently, Minister of Power Saleh Maman absolved the federal government of any blame in the power crisis, indicting DISCOs as the major cause of blackouts witnessed in the country.
Most of the problem we are facing today in this country that we cannot get electricity supplied adequately or efficiently, it is because we have a problem in distribution. Generation, no much problem. We can generate up to 13,000, I said. But the transmission, those who are taking the electricity supply, can only take 7,000. And even at that, they are not collecting the 7,000, they only collect 4,500 and then send to distribution. Distribution now receive only 3,000.
This claim by the Power Minister has been rejected by DISCOs, who say the maximum power they have received from electricity generation companies, GENCOs, is 5,000 megawatts.
There was only once there was an attempt to evacuate 5,000 megawatts, and the grid collapsed because it was too strenuous for it. And from that time till now, the average power that has been transmitted to distribution companies has been anything between 3,000 and 4,000 megawatts.
In January, the federal government announced that it has spent over 1.7 trillion naira on electricity in the past 3 years. It thereafter set up an ad hoc committee to review the ownership of power distribution companies and announced that it is considering taking over from the DISCOs.
Government cannot continue subsidizing because what they are paying, I said, they collect 30,000 or 3,000 megawatts and they pay for only 1,500. Just 15% of what they are collecting. So government are now completing. Government have entered into agreement or memorandum of understanding with the German government, that is Siemens. Siemens are here to align between distribution and transmission and also generation.
Etomi is, however, suggesting a different approach to address the issue. He says the federal government must allow for cost-reflective tariffs if it hopes to improve the power sector.
It's a little bit of a go-around to say you will not allow for cost-reflective tariffs because it costs phenomenally higher for the average Nigerian to self-generate. And if you look at the sum total of what it costs them to give them self-supply, it's far higher than if you had allowed for cost-reflective tariffs, which will achieve two major things. One, encourage investments, and two, lead to a steady growth.
In July 2019, Nigeria signed an electricity roadmap agreement with German-based company Siemens to attain reliable, quality, and affordable electricity by 2030. According to the government, stakeholders in the sector will work with the German company to generate 7,000 megawatts of power by 2021 and 11,000 megawatts by 2023.